I'm Liz Bernier with HRPA, and this is HR Today, and I'm here with three-time Olympic gold medalist Marnie McBean. So she's kindly agreed to chat with us a little bit about her session this morning, bright and early. So performing on every day, not just the good days.
Yeah, today I was talking about being a career champion, and the whole idea was flukes count, right?
Okay.
You can have great success through a fluke, great days happen, but throughout a course of a career, if you want to control that, you have to be making decisions, you have to be choosing things that make it so the quality of your bad days is competitive.
Okay.
And I was also part of that, because I used to talk about career champion in a really narrow focus, like just this whole idea of choose to win and choose this, choose to try, and more recently, because I've been working with Olympic teams over a longer period of time, we realized that there's sort of the rookie phase, and that I lovingly call them the young and dumb, but it's a really great time, because you don't know that things are hard, and you don't know that there should be red tape, and you think things are possible. So you're in with this can-do attitude. You don't really know how, but you've got this great can-do attitude. And then there's the more established phase where you're starting to sort of get used to patterns. And you're sort of getting this idea of expectations coming in, and sometimes expectations the enemy of joy, like all that fun that you had as a rookie, like that the passionate chemistry of a new relationship. So being a career champion in the established phase of a career is certainly going to be a little different than you can be a career champion, and career champion just means that you're winning on every kind of day, you're having success on every kind of day, and then as not the final stages of a career, but as you move through established, there's sort of senior veterans, and senior veterans sometimes run the risk of thinking that they've got all the initials that they need. They're like executive MBAs, or they've got this degree or diploma or certificate, and they mistake that for expertise. Because there's all the learning that you had at the beginning of your career, which is sometimes 20 to 30 years separated from where you are at the end of your career, and the learning changes. So throughout it, being a career champion is basically choosing to stay engaged and choosing to embrace change and challenge. So there's a lot of things, what the choices are, that are kind of normal. You can almost go to any speaker and they're going to tell you a lot of the same things. But the idea of a career champion was just kind of ponying up and accepting one of them and diving into a choice.
Okay, great. So some really great insights for the individual level employee. Do you have any thoughts about what HR can do to support that, kind of coach the people through that?
Yeah, well, as much as I know I'm talking to the individuals in the room. When I was talking this morning, or when I'm in a book, I'm talking to the individuals in the room, but it's also about how we coach and mentor people, because that's mostly what I've done from 2006 to 2014. I was mentoring all sports, so all the summer winter sports, all the summer Olympic sports, all the winter Olympic sports. They all have terribly or tremendously different sport cultures, right? Okay. And the idea of mentoring and helping people, so what I do now more than trying to have me be the career champion, and this is what senior veterans, this is where they thrive, is when you start figuring out it's about collaboration and bringing other people along. So a lot of the message is that when we share stories and we're normalizing the path, so as HRPA and professionals, and you're trying to help your team get better, you don't need to worry about motivating your team. They're motivated, right? The thing you need to do with the team around you is normalize the path. And the path is hard, and one of the things that I just, this my takeout thing, like right here for you, the most important thing to normalize is fear and doubt.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So if you can let people know, like share stories, don't share stories about success, you share stories about failure and about struggle. I love to share a story about, as a world and Olympic champion, I'm bawling in the middle of the lake because I'm convinced I'm terrible, and everything I've ever accomplished is a fluke. And so as we share out stories like this, you normalize fear and doubt, because the existence of having fear and doubt doesn't mean you're on the wrong path, doesn't mean you're doing the wrong thing. It actually means you're probably doing the right thing. You're stretching yourself, and you're believing in hard goals, fear doubt's going to happen. Stress is going to happen. And once you start, I'll say it again, once you start normalizing that and you embrace them and you stop pushing them away, right? You say, like, I shouldn't be fearful, I shouldn't have doubts, I shouldn't have stress. Well, that causes fear, doubt, and stress. But if you're like, there you are, I knew you were coming, I knew you'd be part of this path, I'm prepared and I'm ready, I don't know what the outcome's going to be, but I'm going to choose to try. And that's, as the HR professionals, I think that's the key, is we normalize that path and we share it, we get discussions amongst peers, amongst the tiers of the ladder. So you have the senior veterans sharing these stories with the rookies, and the rookies sharing them with the senior veterans, and that's going to foster sort of new growth and curiosity in the senior veterans. They're like, well, you know what I heard this kid say the other day, right? And if you can get the rookies listening to the back in the day stories, there's always a nugget in them, and that's sort of sharing and normalization. I think that's the key to not just being a career champion, but having a stable of career champions.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Yes, that's the dream. Yeah. Well, thank you for taking the time out to chat with us, Marnie. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yes,
Have
I'm
a great
Liz
day.
Bernier, and this is HR Today. Thanks for watching.